right, this is Canon Lee, and I'm joined by Meghann Villaneuva. She is the Director for Peace and Human Rights Programming of Fundacio Catalunya Voluntaria, based in Barcelona, Spain. So what brings you here to the Philippines?
Well, first of all, I'm Filipina.
Okay.
Yep, and I've practically lived here, and I grew my passion for peace work and youth work here in the Philippines. So this is what I call home. So I'm here for the holidays.
All right, and how are you enjoying your stay here? And when do you intend to go back? I mean, it's not like we don't want you here, okay? We're not in a rush to make you leave, but, I bet you miss the motherland,
Yeah.
the Filipinas.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually going back tomorrow morning.
Oh, wow, so you're
already.
leaving us so
Yeah,
soon.
I'm leaving.
All right.
But I've been here for 3 weeks, to spend Christmas with my family and to attend a best friend's wedding. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. So, moving on to, you're the Peace and Human Rights Program Director.
Yeah.
All right. As you're aware, we have a show called Voice of the Youth Radio, and that's aired every Saturday on DZIQ 990 AM. Is there any message that you would like to leave for them in terms of what your mission statement is not just as an individual, but as a representative of the company that you work for in Spain?
When I was starting youth work, I always hear this phrase that young people are the hope of the future. And I think I don't agree with that, because I think young people are the present, and we are here now. We are active agents of what's happening, and we can actually change the reality that we have now. So I guess my message is that for us young people, because I'm still young, so I'm still part of the young age bracket, for us to see that we have a responsibility, and we have something to do with the present and the future that we want to see. Also, considering that I'm living in Europe, I live in Barcelona, and I see a lot of opportunities out there that I feel that young people here can actually also take advantage of. So I feel that I'm there for a specific reason, and that is to spread information and try to give information to Filipinos, young Filipinos here in the Philippines, to give them opportunities.
All right. And where could they get more information about this? Does your company have a website to where they can go on there and get a complete overview of what activities or ventures?
Yeah, my organization, we do have a website, but the thing is, and this is the challenging part, the thing is it's really mostly European, within the European scope. And so I would say that even the website is actually also in Catalan, which is the official language in Barcelona.
There's always Google Translate.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the thing is, there's not a lot of information that actually young people from the Philippines can actually really use from there. And that's why me as a Filipina working there, I'm like this other source of information that I actually screen some projects, some opportunities that I can actually send out to Filipino.
All right. Well, it's good that you're able to
organizations
relay some of that information
Exactly.
here. When do you intend to implement that, or rather pursue spreading that information?
Well, I've been doing it in the past 5 years that I've been based in Barcelona. I do know, it's just that the opportunities are sometimes really very concrete or very specific. So I don't send it to everyone. Just send it to people who I think will really benefit or is related to that certain topic. But yeah, I do look forward to getting more now that I know about this VOTY radio, to get more information out there that is within like many different themes. So,
Yes, because our mission statement is to inform,
inspire,
involve, and empower.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I would like to hear more about youth volunteerism, human rights, such as how do you want to help rectify all of the oppression that's going on with the youth and the poverty and the educational system, nutrition.
Okay, in Barcelona, one of my main tasks as the director of the Peace and Human Rights Program is actually also to do trainings with young people on how to handle conflicts and how to transform interpersonal and intergroup conflicts. And I think that's one thing that many people, just young people in general, do not know, is that conflict situation or conflicts are it's a natural part of our lives. Conflict is not equivalent
It's a
to
rite of
violence.
it's a rite of passage.
Yeah, it's like we all experience it. It's not good, it's not bad. It's what you do with it that makes it what good or bad.
Yes, it helps mold their individuality,
Exactly.
their self-esteem
Yeah.
when it comes to competency through trial and error. It'll
Yeah.
help build their proficiency in whatever it may be. You know, there's certain circumstances that arise in life
Yeah.
that are unavoidable,
Yeah.
whether it's good or
Yeah.
it's pleasant. But
Yeah.
other than that, going back to the oppression side of that, you know, that's something that is impacting everybody, you know, just the entire society in a whole. Yes, it's impacting society as a whole, especially the youth. When it comes to some of the media that's being projected out there, all these trends, for instance, false idols looking up to models on billboards, they're trying to get a false sense of who they should be when in reality, in its entirety, no, that's not how it should be. They should learn through the trial and error aspect, like what you were saying, to sum it up.
Well, I guess also related to that, part of my work is also about critical analysis, and I think that's what it is all about at the end of the day. When young people are faced with different new things, if they're taught from the very beginning to critically analyze what they see, what they hear, or what is fed or given to them, they're in a better position to actually decide if this is something that they should follow or not. And nowadays, I feel that that's something really very difficult to do because of the influx of information and the media around us. So I think grounding on education and critical thinking and critical analysis is also very important. But that's a very small part of what I do. What I do is mostly on
Yes.
on conflict transformation.
Especially the last 20, 30 years, that's really been declining. And when it comes to the human rights aspect and peace, I would like to see collectively from the youth society, you know, to come together and help build it into something that is integrity driven, not something that's driven by trends, brands. So, in terms of what you would like to do for peace here in the Philippines, what's your objective?
Okay. I was once asked on the plane by a guy sitting right next to me. He's like, "What do you do?" And I was like, "I'm a peace educator." And he's like, "How do you teach peace?" I'm like, "Well, we tell people that peace is not just about not having war or not having violence in society. Peace is more than that. Peace is when people have food to eat. Peace is when Muslims, Christians, indigenous peoples, people from different backgrounds understand each other and they respect each other. Peace is about when people have information, when people are given the freedom to choose what they think is best for them. Peace is when people are educated, they're given the basic needs and their basic rights. And I feel that's what I was being challenged with in the maybe past 10 years that I've been working in peace work, that you don't just ask, what's your dream for... What we try to do is we try to send this message that peace is actually part of what you do. You don't just wish for peace for your country without doing your part in it. So basically what I'm trying to say is to, if you want to wish, because peace is a really very abstract.
Yes,
and
there's
very
a lot of different
big,
factors.
Big word. But unless we understand it to be actually part of us and what we do, we will always think that it's like this really far off dream. We would think and feel that it's something not really related to us. It's like, I believe that peace is not a destination. It's actually also the journey that we do. Like what Gandhi says, if you want to see change in the world, be that change. And for me, peace is all about that. Peace is not hoping that the country will not have wars anymore. It's not just that. Peace is about working with your neighbors. It's about trying to promote understanding between peoples. It's about trying to be the voice. And I think this is what VOTY is doing, being the voice of the people who
The voice of
maybe
reasoning.
does not have
yes.
any voice, the young people who maybe do not have any information, being the voice of the young people in the country. And through small steps, I think in our lifetime maybe we're not gonna have like this total peace that we think, but I think through small steps and if we understand that peace is not something that we just hope for. It's something that we actually work for.